Today on Datitude, BBQ, and more, we're doing a Hispanic classic, Carne Asada. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this.
Datitude, barbecue, and more. Datitude, barbecue, and more.
Welcome back to Datitude, BBQ, and more. And as I mentioned in the opening, we're doing a Hispanic classic tonight, Carne Asada. It is going to be delicious, or delicioso, however you want to say it. So I'm going to give a shout out to all of my Hispanic and Latin American friends again tonight as we are cooking a classic dish. I also want to give a shout out to the kids at my school. It's almost school time. Within about another week, we'll be starting up, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody once again. So you know what the motto is on this channel. Let's cut the flab and get straight to the meat. Before I do that, though, I do want to remind you to slap that bell, hit the subscribe button, give me some thumbs up, and let's share this video with as many people as you can so we can get this video and all the other videos out to everyone else out there that wants to be a better cook in the kitchen, and maybe we can make it a little fun as well. So I'm going to start off by saying that I'm going to go through the ingredients that I'm going to use to make the carne asada. I'm going to tell you the method that I'm going to use, the cooking method that I'm going to use, and we're going to go from there. So let's get started. First of all, you'll see that I do have some spices and other things here. I do have some olive oil. I have some cumin. I have some apple cider organic vinegar. Again, the pink Himalayan salt. I have some pepper. I have an orange. I have a lemon. I have a lime that will be juiced. I have cilantro. I have a jalapeno that has been seeded. And I have 4 cloves of garlic. And then, of course, I also have the skirt steak. Now, if you don't want to use skirt steak, you can use flank steak as well. But personally speaking, I think the skirt steak makes the carne asada the best. I'm going to be putting all of these ingredients together today in my VitaMix and blending them up before I put the skirt steak with the ingredients, marinating it for about probably 4 or 5 hours. You can marinate up to 8 hours, but if you go over 8 hours, all the citrus juices and everything break down the steak, and it just becomes kind of a glob instead of an actual steak. So I'm going to marinate today for about 4 to 5 hours. Then I'm going to put it out on the smoker. I'm going to go slow and low today. I'm going to go 225 degrees. I'm only going to go for about 40 to 45 minutes. It's going to be harder to get an internal temperature because the steak is thinner, but we want to look at an internal temperature of about 135 degrees internal. I'm going to shoot for the 45-minute mark, and I'm going to check it at that time. So again, 225 on the smoker. Now again, if you don't have a smoker, hey, there's other ways to make the carne asada. You don't necessarily have to have a grill or a smoker. You can do it in a skillet or anything on the stove that can cook up the steak. You just have to be more careful with it because of the heat and everything like that. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to juice everything, and then I'm going to start adding it to the VitaMix blender. Once I get everything juiced and ready to go, I'm going to come back. We're going to put it in the blender. We're going to blend it, and then I'm going to show you how to make the marinade. So stay tuned. I'll be right back with you. All right, welcome back. And as you can see, I've got everything ready to go. I've got my VitaMix blender put together here and ready to blend. I will say this, if you don't have a VitaMix or a blender like this, hey, you can do it by hand. You'll just have to mince the garlic and mince the jalapeno and the cilantro to get it all in a nice small form, so then you can stir it together. I prefer to use the blender just because it's easier to do. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and get started and put in the mixture of the lime juice, the lemon juice, and the orange juice. I have it all in one container. I just juiced those together. So we're going to pour that whole mixture into the VitaMix. Then we're just going to start adding the ingredients. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of organic apple cider vinegar in. Now, I do want to remind you that the full ingredients list will be put down below. So if you don't catch it here, you can just read it below and have the ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and put 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper in there. I'm going to use my pink Himalayan salt. It calls for a teaspoon. I'm not going to use a full teaspoon of the pink Himalayan because the pink Himalayan is super salty as is. I'm going to go a little less than a teaspoon. But if you're just using regular salt, by all means, use a teaspoon. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. Then I'm going to measure out 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. And again, I'm using quality olive oil. You want to use organic olive oil and single origin when possible. I'm just going to measure out 1/3 of a cup of the olive oil. We're going to add that also to the VitaMix blender. I'm going to put in my 4 cloves of garlic, my 1 jalapeno that has been seeded, and about a 1/2 cup of fresh cilantro. As you can see, it's all ready to be blended. Now comes the easier part for me. I'm just going to blend this all up. So we'll bring this over, put the lid on. Just going to turn it first on low. Turn it up a little bit. And just like that, we have it blended. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring over the bowl. We're going to put the steak in. We're going to marinate it with this liquid, and we'll be going from there. So I'll see you again here in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back. It's time to marinate. And guys, I got to tell you, there are times on these videos that I wish you could actually smell the product because it smells amazing. Gosh, I can't wait to marinate this steak in this liquid. It is going to taste so good. I'm going to go ahead and add the skirt steak to the bowl. And then, guys, the easiest part of all, we're just going to pour the marinade over top. Now, what we want to do with this marinade, and you may have to get a little messy with it, but we do want to push it all down. We want to get it on all sides. We want to make sure that we're going to soak this steak completely and thoroughly in the marinade and letting it soak in there. You can see on the secondary camera that I'm doing that right now, making sure that everything is getting well soaked and making sure I'm pulling apart any loose ends that are tucked underneath. One thing that I did forget to mention, and I'll mention that here in just a second, is that I'm using roughly about 2 pounds of skirt steak. Again, that'll be in the instructions down below and all the ingredients. But guys, this is it right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. I'm going to let this marinate for about maybe 4.5, 5 hours, maybe 6. It just depends. At current time here in my kitchen is about 12:15 in the afternoon. So I'll probably let this marinate till at least 5:15 to 5:30 in the afternoon. And then we'll take it and we'll put it out on the smoker for 45 to 50 minutes and we'll go from there, guys. How easy was this? It is going to be so delicious. I can promise you that, especially if you love carne asada. So in about 5 hours from now, I'll see you again soon and we'll be preparing this for the smoker. I'll see you then. All right, welcome back. I'm going to put this on the tray after marinating for 6 hours. It looks muy bueno. I cannot wait to try this here in just a second. I've got my smoker set at 225, and I'm going to put that on there again for about 45 to 50 minutes tonight. Bring it in. I'm going to cut it, taste it. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to taste so good. You know, I wish you could taste this marinade. This marinade tastes so good. It is delicious. So I know that it's going to taste great on the steak. You'll notice I also have a little rubber brush that I'm going to be brushing on the marinade on top as I put it on the grill. I'll meet you out there to do that in just a second. But first, we got to get the steak out. Oh, goodness gracious, guys. Look at this. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Guys, this is amazing. Look at that. Oh, that looks so good. It smells so good. Oh, my goodness. All right, I will meet you all out at the grill as I get ready to brush on a little more marinade, and I'll see you again here in just a few minutes. Guys, I just had to give you a close-up of what this looks like on the tray. This looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see the final result, but I needed to give you a close-up and personal view. Amazing. All right, here we are at the smoker, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm just brushing on a little bit more marinade to cover some of the blank spots that happened when I pulled it out. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Covered so nicely. All right, guys. About 50 minutes, we'll check on it and see how it looks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the skirt steak is finished, and I'm going to cut it into strips. Whether you want tacos or just straight carne asada, this should be delicious. All right, welcome back. And as you can see, the carne asada steak is finished. Skirt steak is what I used. Remember, you can use skirt steak or flank steak. And whether you're making beef steak tacos or if you're just eating the traditional carne asada, either way, it's going to turn out and taste great. I'm going to go ahead and I cut it so we could go ahead and see what it already looks like. And as you can see, it turned out fantastic. And I was not able to put a probe in this tonight because the steak is very thin. It's hard to fit a probe in there. So I was just kind of going on touch and the way it looked. And I think I took it off at the right time, obviously. I do want to mention that I smoked this at 225 degrees for about 30 minutes. And then I turned up the grill to about 400 and cooked it for about another 30 to 35 minutes. So a little bit over an hour, hour and 5 minutes total cooked tonight on this. Remember, I'm putting all the ingredients and directions down below, so no worries there. I'm going to go ahead and cut into it, and we're going to take a taste. And I'm telling you right now, as you can see, this cuts like butter. It's unbelievable. All right, look at that. Time for the taste. Oh my goodness. The smokiness, the marinade together. Wow. A taste explosion, ladies and gentlemen. An applause, a taste explosion. Muy bien, muy bueno, muy excelente. However you cut it, it tastes fantastic. Guys, this is a success, 10 out of 10. And again, steak tacos or carne asada, whatever you want, this is the way to go. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video tonight. Remember to slap that bell, hit the subscribe button, give me some thumbs up so we can get this video out to help people to be a better cook in the kitchen and make it as easy as possible for them to do so. With that being said, guys, this video is over. Guys, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. But until then, I'll see you again on Datitude, BBQ, and more.
Datitude barbecue. He's the grilling dude. Datitude barbecue. You know how we do. Let it burn, smoking meats on that smoker grill. Clouds in the sky, you can smell the flavor in the air. Datitude.